Ensure all nuts and bolts are tight and split pins are opened properly. Wire connections. Ensure wire connections of the machine are tight and laced properly. Ensure locking segment enters freely into the notches on the lock slides and with a little pressure in the notch of drive rod. Rodding connection. Ensure the rodding connections are tight. Fittings. Ensure point machine fittings are tight. Commutator. Ensure carbon brushes are exerting sufficient pressure on commutator. Clean the commutator properly using chamois leather piece. Parts. Ensure all moving parts are free from dust and are well lubricated. Rollers. Ensure that the roller rolls freely on the periphery of the control and lift out disc. Contact assembly. Check that the contact pressure of control and detection contact is adequate.
स्टॉप करो हल्लू करो
Ensure that gauge tie plate, Williams stretchers and P brackets are properly insulated. These connections are properly tightened. Ensure that the normal working voltage are within specified limits. Ensure that the normal working current and slipping current are within specified limits. Point machine. At the time of installation and after every 6 months, pour lubricating oil SAE 30 or Shell 100 through the inlet into the oil reservoir for lubricating gearbox of the motor. The period may be decided according to the local conditions. Pour the SAE 30 on the periphery of control and lift out disc and felt pad provided over the drive rod and the lock slides. To lubricate the spring guide in the contact unit, apply 5 drops of spindle oil on the helical spring guide of contact assembly. Ensure that no excessive lubricating oil or water accumulates at the bottom of the point machine casting. Greasing nipples. Apply non-corrosive all-temperature grease as per specification IS 507 or 508 through all the 10 grease nipples by a grease gun once in 6 months or as per local conditions. 6 grease nipples are provided to lubricate the bearings of the drive rod, lock slides and detection slides. 2 grease nipples are provided on transmission assembly. 2 grease nipples are provided on contact unit. Apply the same grease on the main gear and its pinion and rack and pinion teeth. Check the condition of the sleeper, tongue rails, leading and following stretchers and their fittings. Permanent wave fittings. Check the permanent wave fittings: stock rail, setting of switch rail with stock rail, packing of point zone, gauge, gauge tie plate, and point square ness. Heels. Check that loose heel and fixed heel switch joints are proper. Waterlogging. Check that water does not stagnate in the vicinity of points. Ensure that there is no rail creep in the vicinity of point zone. Paneled rails. Such type of creep arrangements are provided with creep indicator.